What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where I think I've actually lost the plot by making this build video, but we're going to give it a try. We're at Lincoln Memorial as always because it's the easiest place to try anything. A lot of door spawns and things like that. It's an SMG build that's going to be with the Turmoil knee pads. Yes, the Turmoil knee pads, I've said it again, they are back in my videos. And I just kind of want to see what is going on after finding out that damage to target out of cover is treated a little bit differently with them. You kind of double dip the damage. I'm just I'd throw a couple of pieces together to just kind of see how well it worked. And the problem with SMGs is that we all know Hunter's Fury exists. Oops, and if we reload too soon, then Hunter's Fury is just so good. But is this build going to stack up against it? I have a funny feeling it isn't, but there is a possibility that with another combo it might, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at for maybe future builds and future ideas as well. Whoa, look at that already. No survivability. Saying that, we have got some survivability. Actually, we saw them die there really quickly. See, that's what's crazy, that when they die before they even come out of the spawn, because they've just spawned, they've not had a chance to move, but because they're in the area, they just die, which is pretty wild, to say the least. Now, obviously, this is definitely not going to work, you know, in open world scenarios, because you will to suffer from the range issues that you'll get. You saw him die down there. It's the weirdest thing ever. So it's like now where I've not had a chance to kind of do the rush. Whoa. It's definitely a risky play. I almost killed myself. No. It's definitely a risky play. But I'll kind of show you the idea what I was going for. I mean, it works. Is it ideal? No, but I mean, it's all right. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to cry about it too much. But here is the build that I was going for. And really, I was trying to proc Perfect Intimidate as much as I possibly could. Now, because I would be double dipping the damage from Perfect Intimidate. And if you run Glass Cannon, there's a huge downside to that. That obviously you're going to take a lot of incoming damage, and I would have been hugging the floor during this video way more if I was using that. So Perfect Intimidate does seem like a decent go-to. Maybe not with SMGs is the best. I'm going to think about it with some different other weapons, or some different archetypes of weapons. But you don't necessarily have to have an all-red Hunter Killer. I can appreciate how hard these are to get, but a regular, you know, Sokolov chess piece perhaps with regular Intimidate would put in the work just as good. So crit chance, crit damage, and crit damage is what you're going to want regardless of what chess piece that you've got, with either Imperfect Intimidate or regular. Then I went with the Memento. Now normally here I would go with the Liquid Engineer because I've got an all red version, but I just kind of felt like taking the weapon damage, the armor, the skill tier, the crit damage, then the bonus armor and the weapon damage from the Memento might actually work a little bit better in this scenario. I don't usually like collecting the tokens for this. I'd much rather run an all red Liquid Engineer. I can show you that just here like this, but that's kind of up to you. I was just more concerned about my single target damage, to be perfectly honest, in the fact that that's got to be quick enough still so that, you know, this whole thing works. Otherwise I'll just be, you know, like I said before, hugging the floor. We then went with a Sokolov mask SMG damage, weapon damage. I had to put headshot damage in some places because I was well overcapped with critical hit chance. I'm at 61% critical hit chance. So I chose to put weapon damage in, headshot damage in 2 places. That's totally up to you. You could put weapon handling if you wanted faster reload and things like that. But that's just what I did. Crit damage, crit damage. Another real kind of idea that this really doesn't work too well together, to be perfectly honest. Then we've got Group or Holster, crit damage, weapon damage, headshot damage, and critical hit damage. The Turmoil knees, of course, but come with crit chance, crit damage. And the Bewildered talent. Contractor's gloves with critical hit damage. And then I chose to run the Banshee Pulse, a Revive Hive, because at some point I'm definitely going to need it. And then Gunner for the 10% armor on kill also. Gun-wise, you've got a lot of options. You could run the Ouroboros, you could run the Lady Death, you could run the Ox Pecker. There's loads of options. The Dark Winter would also be a really good option here as well. The Chatterbox. So there's a lot of really good options here if you've not got the Ouroboros as well. But I'm going to think about this for a little bit more. Maybe switch it up and try some kind of Lexington killer build, maybe something like that. But that'll be for a future video. This one's already been too long. Let me just switch back to the Ouroboros and show you my stat page. Like I said, I'm actually at 61% critical hit chance. I'm actually a little bit overcapped. You could reduce that to 55 if you wanted to and add, you know, further headshot damage in. That would also be an option. Because this is actually weighted fairly well. You know, 60 crit chance, 164% critical hit damage is nothing to cry about. That's actually really good. There's no slouch there whatsoever. So anyway, let me know as always what you think in the comments down below. I am still trying to push these Turmoil knees to come out of my negativity place with them. I don't necessarily do think that they're the kind of meta or best in slot, but it is kind of nice to explore some viable options with them. Anyway, like I said before, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching, agents, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.